How I got the shot of the vertical extension at University Hospital Southampton. Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rick McAvoy. I'm an architectural, construction and real estate photographer based in the UK. I am also the creator and all things at the Photography Explained podcast. And this week on my blog, an actual construction photo that I've taken, which I took last week actually on a really exciting construction site in Southampton. So the photo was taken using the following equipment and camera settings: Canon 6D, Canon 17-40mm f4L lens, a focal length of 17mm, raw image capture, auto bracketing, shutter speeds 1/320th of a second, 1/1600th of a second, 1/400th of a second. Something's not wrong there. That last one should be 1/4000th of a second. Oh dear, better check the blog post and update it. Aperture F8, AV mode, handheld, processing in Lightroom only. So that was the main camera settings. And in the blog post, I go through these camera settings one by one. Canon 6D, still using the good old faithful Canon 6D. It's a few years old now, but you know what? Still takes great photos. And it's full frame, so I get the full value out of the Canon 17-40mm f4L lens. Being a full frame camera, I actually get the 17mm that I need. Actually, for this shoot, I could have done with a little bit more, because the photo that I took, which you can see on my blog at rickmcavoyphotography.com, good plug there, Rick. The photo I took was at the top of some steps, and there was, which are the entrance to the site cabins, and there's no way of getting any further back. When I went further back, I was a couple of 100 yards away, and it's a different animal altogether. So 15mm would have been good, 14mm would have been good, but it all came out fine in the end. So focal length 17mm, raw image capture, not JPEG. I never shoot in JPEG. JPEG, if you do that, there's image processing built into the photos that you take, and I don't want that. I want to do all the editing myself. In the blog post, I show you the 3 raw photos that I took, so you can see how rubbish they look and how splendid the final edited image looks. Auto bracketing, I take 3 photos. 1 the correct exposure, 1 2 stops underexposed, 1 2 stops, easy for me to say, overexposed. And I merge them together in Lightroom. Again, you need to see the blog post to appreciate this. And I told you what the shutter speeds were, and I'll just correct that 1/400th of a second, which is an error in my script, which I need to update on my blog post. Aperture F8. Why F8? Well, F8 gives me the highest quality on my lens. It gives me the minimum lens errors, because lenses have errors, would you believe, which you might not expect that in this day and age, but no lens is perfect, and that's a fact. So F8 gives me the best quality, and it also gives me at 17mm all the depth of field I pretty much ever need, so it works for me. I took this photo handheld. Well, I was at the top of some stairs on a very busy construction site, and I had to get in and out and not be in the way, so I didn't use my tripod. The light was good. I used an ISO of 400. My shutter speeds were fine. My slowest shutter speed was 1/320th of a second. Handheld at ISO 400 on a 17mm focal length, not a problem. Editing, Lightroom only. No need for Photoshop, not with me, oh no. So I did, another typo. The main thing, Odo. I think I might have corrected these on the blog post, to be fair. I'm reading the word script that I wrote this morning, so yes, this post was created this morning early on, and the video is being done the same day. I know, I don't know how I do it. So, yeah, what did I do? Well, the main job was getting the crane vertical, and the ends of the building, I didn't get them vertical because it looked artificial. So something we have to think about as architectural, real estate and construction photographers is how straight do you want the building? If you get it ramrod straight, have a look at it, because that's technically correct, isn't it? But it's not how we see buildings ourselves, because we walk around, we see buildings all the time, and who knows, it doesn't look realistic, so I give it a little lean back, not bacon. Sorry about that. It's an in-house joke in this family, caused by me only. We want the buildings to look technically correct, but also realistic. So ramrod straight, sometimes it works fine, sometimes it doesn't. How long did the editing take me? Well, not that long. It took time to merge all the 3 sets of photos together, so I did those one by one, then I walked away, did something else and came back when that was done. But the actual individual editing of photos, it's only a couple of minutes worth of work. I don't want to spend any much more than that on it. So yeah, and the final thing I'll talk about is taking the shot on a hot sunny day here in England, wearing sight boots, a high vis. High vis is a dreadful thing because they capture sweat dreadfully and they make you sweat. They're awful. Chuck a hard hat on top of that and you've got a hot sticky mess called Rick. But I wasn't there for long. I actually took 39 photos in 15 minutes according to the metadata. But I was after the crane and doing that one thing and I got it, so I'm happy. And I didn't get in anyone's way. So that's this video done. Thank you for watching. Please check out my splendid Photography Explained podcast, which has its own website, photographyexplainedpodcast.com, would you believe? And also my blog at rickmcavoyphotography.com. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll come back to my YouTube channel and I'll see you again. Cheers from me, Rick.